Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Buyucan, and if you are very new to my channel, welcome. And on today's video, I'm going to share you information about question and answer, guys. I have so many common questions I received from my email, through my messenger, and through your comments through my YouTube video. You know, so many questions from your my kids just with me in my backyard. So it's a nice weather, so high. It's a beautiful weather, guys, and this is crazy because it's 18 degrees today. It's the third week of April, and tomorrow is +3. You know, that's how that crazy weather here in Alberta. I better just continue talking here inside my home because my kids just never let me talk outside. They're just bothering me too much. Their dad is with them anyway. So anyway, guys, I will just continue my topic. I just chat to Rupa Gurung from Nepal. Hello everyone there from Nepal. How are you guys? Thank you for watching. Okay, so Rupa Gurung, her question to me is like, I want to come to Canada, but I have no relatives in Canada. So based on my own experience, I don't have any relatives when I came to Canada. I have a relatives, but they are in Vancouver and they have no clue that I am coming to Canada. So, and I don't even know the people who pick me up in the airport, and they are my employer because I came here as a nanny. Only what you just only need is a self-confident, okay? Because that's what exactly I did. In my dream is to come here in Canada, but I have no idea about like in Canada, because the only reason I come to Canada is because I want to go United States. That only the country that I know when I was in Philippines about America, you know, but I have no clue that Canada is part of like North America. So anyway, it's funny because when I arrived in Canada and I realized, okay, I think I'm going to stay here in Canada, I realized that this is the best country, and I have no clue when I'm applying to come here in Canada. So now you guys have the ideas about the Canada, so you don't have to have a relatives to come here. The people in Canada are very good people. They treated you like, you know, as a human being, okay? As long as you have the self-confidence to come here, you have the employer who give you a job to come and work here in Canada, and that's the most important. So you don't need to have a relatives to survive here in Canada, okay? So don't worry about that, guys, okay? Number 2 questions, age limit. Okay, I think I mentioned some in my other videos about the age limit because it's still a common question I'm still receiving from you guys. Age limit here in Canada, you know yourself, okay? As long as you can perform to work a full-time job like 40 hours per week, and you are strong and healthy enough to work even in your 50s, why not, okay? Because in Canada, people are still working even in their 70s or 80s. They can still work inside Canada. And there's no age limit, okay? It's look like a part of discrimination. If you are not going to hire you, it's because of your age, okay? They don't do that here in Canada, and that's what I love in this country. Just to give you an example, in my husband's work, they have a secretary, and she just retired. She's going to have a retirement this coming May. And she just turned 8 years old last month. So my husband was even surprised, like, wow, she's 8 years old, she still can drive, very strong eyes, and she is like, you walking like very healthy lady, you know, and 80 years old. So can you imagine that, guys? 80 years old and still working. Even if you go to the mall here, like you go and eat in the food court, you can see elderly people. They're so cute. They are working in their 70s. They're the one who doing all the cleaning the tables, like, you know. So that's what I love in here in Canada. Even the people with disabilities, as long as they can perform the job, they can, the government can give a job for them, something to do, okay? Something for them to work, right? Of course, you know yourself if you can able to work a full-time job like 40 hours, or it depends on what type of job you are applying here in Canada. Number 3 question, guys, how much money do I spend to come in Canada? I'll just give you an example again myself. That was like 15 years ago. Imagine that, okay? There's no free to come here in Canada. I pay this agency in Hong Kong 4,000 Canadian dollar. Okay, so all in all I spend, because for my passport, my police clearance, for my medical, and my airfare, I spend at least 7,000 Canadian dollar, all when that was like 15 years ago. So can you imagine, guys, nowadays some agencies are greedy for money, you know, some are okay. So so it's up to you to do your own research, to just shop around, find a cheaper one, and how you can spend less money to come here in Canada. Okay, number 4 common question, guys, is how to come to Canada. They have so many options, guys. I even have some of my videos like the options how to come to Canada. You come here as a visitor visa and you can convert into work permit visa. You come here as a spousal sponsorship, mean to say you have a wife or a husband here in Canada, they sponsor you to come here in Canada. Through a student visa, you apply through the express entry program, the skilled and unskilled jobs, or you come here as an independent permanent resident. So many options, guys. If you guys go do your own research, then that's the time you realize that okay, they have so many options. So you know yourself which part of pathway you can able to come here in Canada and become a permanent resident in the future. And disclaimer, guys, I'm not an immigration consultant and I don't belong to any agencies here, and I don't offer any job offer to you guys, and I don't ask any money to you guys. Okay, so what I do is just to share with you like some knowledge, some ideas about my life own experience here in Canada to the aspirant immigrants. Number 5 questions: if I'm coming to Canada as an international student, what is the best course I have to take? Okay, for me, in my own opinion, guys, of course, I have to say, take a medical course. Okay, especially at this time of pandemic, medical course is very in-demand job here in Canada. Okay, and of course, it's guaranteed you can find a job after you finish your after you finish your studies, because that's the reason why you come to Canada as international student, is because you want to apply for your permanent resident in the future, right? Although not everyone, not international students who come here, they want to keep and they will stay here in Canada. Okay, some people, some kids who come here in Canada as international student, after they finish, they went back home to their country because they don't bother, right? Especially those rich people or the rich children, right? So anyway, only the people who like to stay here in Canada. Anyway, for my own opinion, the best course to take if you are an international student is take any medical courses here in Canada. Okay, those medical courses like nursing aid or licensed practical nurse or radiologist or any, you know yourself, right? So what type of medical course you want to enroll here in Canada? What if you're an engineer back home? Of course you don't want to go to a nursing course here or in a medical course here in Canada, right? So might as well just enroll related to your engineering course, right? Just go to the trade school here in Canada, your engineering course in your own back home, like construction, right? So trade courses here in Canada are in demand too, like a welder, plumber, technicians, electricians, right? So something like that, if I'm the one, or otherwise do your own research. Okay, another questions, guys. So how much money we need to bring in Canada if we are going to settle with our children? So it depends on your family spending habits, right? So let's say I'm going to make you an example. If you are a family of 3, you have a small children like 1-year-old, husband and wife. Okay, you come here as independent permanent resident. So how much money you spend at least every month depends on the province where you live, and depends on your own family spending habits. Okay, if you are very new to Canada, you need to have at least 4,000 Canadian dollar to spend every month. Okay, in my own opinion, not everybody is the same. It just, as I said, it all depends on your own spending habits, right? So let's say I'm going to make an example. Your house rent is 1,000, your food is 1,000, and if you're going to buy a brand new car with a mortgage, let's say 1,000 plus the insurance, 1,000, and your cell phone bills, your life insurance. This is very important. If you come to Canada, you have to buy your own life insurance. We have a free medical insurance here in Canada, but your own life insurance, like let's say, what if, like, you know, God forbid, we don't have to pray, you come to Canada and you die, right? But what if something happened to you, you have accident and you die? You need to have a life insurance for at least some money for your family if you die, or if you want to bring your body back home, then you have the money to pay your your dead body to the airplane to go home in your own country, because it's so expensive, so something like that. And life insurance, it all depends on what plan you are going to buy. Oh my goodness, I'm not very good on those life insurance, but for me I'm paying $68 per month, something like that. So you have to consider. Or if you have a small children like 1 year old or 2 year old, husband and wife has to go to work, right? So you need to have a daycare center to look after your children, or a day home like my day home. Like my day home, I run my own private day home. So something like to consider all the expenses for your child care. Let's say child care, if you're low income here in Canada, you are qualified for the subsidy. The government have to pay almost like 70%, and the rest you pay. It depends on your income, right? But if you are high income, then you are going to pay everything. Let's say 700, 800, 1,000 for kids. So it's not cheap, guys. It's expensive. My own opinion, just save at least 4 to 5,000 expenses for your monthly here in Canada. Okay, but it all depends as I said. Okay, so last question, guys, how to find employer here in Canada. This is very common questions. Okay, so based on my own experience, I came to Canada through an agency. Okay, so how to come to Canada? Either you apply online, apply indeed.ca, apply job bank here in Canada, apply through agencies, apply through a friend, through your friends or relatives. Okay, but to be honest with you guys, and this is the truth, you know, when you have a relatives in Canada, you better ask some other like stranger people, because some relatives, they don't help you, right? And that's the reality. Some of my subscribers said, I have relatives, but they don't even bother to help us. Well, you know what, guys? It's not easy. Even though you have a brother or sister here in Canada, they cannot just bring you here in Canada. There's a procedure for them to be qualified to be an employer. And if they're not qualified, then there's no way they can bring you here in Canada, okay? So if you have a friend, this friend can find employer for you, and they will direct hire you. Some family here in Canada, they have this bad experience. They help their relatives to bring them here in Canada. At the end, they have a big fight, you know, because, you know, relatives sometimes they expect too much from the relatives, right? So anyway, it's a case-to-case basis, and it all depends on your own family. But that's how my friends life experience for helping their own relatives, and by the time they come here in Canada, and they become the best enemy. And it's so sad for that, because, you know, relatives is relatives, blood is blood, right? And it's not supposed to be, right? I don't have that experience, but yeah, that's some people experience, and they share it to me. So for you out there, aspirant immigrants, as I said many times, like, there's no way, there's no free to come here in Canada, okay? You are going to expect, especially at this time of pandemic, like, everybody is like hungry of money. Some agencies are so expensive, so you have to search around, okay? So anyway, good luck for your journey to come to Canada, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you for my next video, and thank you, and God bless you.